From the small town of St. John, Indiana, it's time for Quiz Me Quick. And here is your host, Rob Krantz. Hello, welcome to Quiz Me Quick, YouTube's new game show. I'm Rob Krantz, your host. Quiz Me Quick is a new game where I will quickly give the questions and the contestants have to quickly give the answers. So let's go over here and meet our contestants, and then we'll start the game and I'll give you the rules. Come on. Alright, and let's go ahead and meet our contestants. Contestant number one right here is David Smith. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Thank you, Rob.
Alright, so tell us a little bit about yourself. You went to broadcasting school?
Right.
Where?
In Lombard, Illinois.
Oh, so is that the type of field you would have liked to have worked in?
Yeah.
Oh, and contestant number two right over here is Brendan Ryan. So Brendan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rob.
I understand you just graduated from high school.
That is correct.
So what are you going to do with your life now?
I don't know. Something.
Something. College, maybe?
I was going to college, but after that, I don't know.
Okay, well, good luck to you. Alright, so let's get started. Alright guys, let's get this game started. Let me go through the rules of how to play Quiz Me Quick. As you can see, there are 5 categories. Classic rock music, James Bond, in common, where I'm going to give you some names and or objects, and you have to figure out what they have in common. Comedy teams, and box office bombs. And as you can see, there are 5 numbers, 100 down to 500 right here. 100 is the level questions are a little easier. 500 are the more harder ones. They get from easy down to harder. If you get the questions right, you get a point. If you don't get it right, obviously you don't get the point, but you don't lose the point either. The second player then has a chance to correctly answer that question. And if he gets it wrong, obviously neither of you get it. And if he gets it right, you continue to pick the questions until it's done, until you lose. Since Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is very popular and they do those cheater things like you can call a friend and all that, we're going to do that with this show. Each of you are going to get 2 cheaters. One is called a clue, where you say you want to use your clue, and I'll say a statement that might remind you of the answer, and you also get a second cheater called multiple choice, where I'll give you anywhere 3 to 4 answers. One of them's the correct answer. The other 3 are not. Alright, so since we're ready to begin, let's get started then. Dave, you're contestant number 1. You go first.
I'll take classic rock music for 200.
Classic rock for 200. This band has had many hit records, including The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon.
Who is Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd is correct. Alright, Dave, you can pick the next question and the category.
I'll take classic rock music for 300.
This 60s pop band had a TV show and hit singles like Last Train to Clarksville and Daydream Believer.
The Monkees.
The Monkees is correct. Alright, Dave, you can pick the next one.
I'll take classic rock music for 400.
Session musician Jimmy Page formed this band when his previous band, the Yardbirds, broke up.
Who's Led Zeppelin?
Led Zeppelin is right, Dave.
Classic rock music for 500.
500, that's very tough. Let's see if you can get this one. Alright, the satirical avant-garde rock band The Mothers of Invention was headed by this musician. If you don't know. Do you want to use one of your cheaters, your clue or your multiple choice?
I'll use one of my clues.
Alright, do you want to do the clue or the multiple choice?
Multiple choice.
Okay. Alright, so again, I'm going to give you 4 answers. One of them is the correct answer. Good luck. Alright, is the answer Syd Barrett, Dick Smothers, John Lennon, or Frank Zappa?
Frank Zappa.
That's correct. Congratulations, Dave. So that you just lost your multiple choice, so that means you only get 1 cheater left. Alright, go ahead and pick the next question and the next category.
Classic rock music for 100.
Oh, you want to go back to classic rock music for 100. Okay, Dave. Who is John, Paul, George, and Ringo?
The Beatles.
The Beatles. Alright, Dave.
I'll take box office bombs for 100.
Comedian Mike Myers appeared in this recent bomb with Justin Timberlake.
What is...
You can, if you don't know, you can use your last clue. Or you can pass it to
What
Brendan.
is the Love Guru?
The Love Guru is correct. Good job, Dave. All right.
I'll take comedy teams for 100.
This team is best remembered for the routine Who's on First and for meeting Frankenstein.
Who's Abbott and Costello?
That's correct, Dave.
Comedy teams for 200.
Ted Healy formed this team with his boyhood friend Harry Horowitz, his brother Sam, and their friend Larry Feinberg.
Who's the Three Stooges?
The Three Stooges, that's correct. I thought their real names would have thrown you off.
I'll take comedy teams for 300.
This team of brothers hit the marks with films like Night at the Opera and Duck Soup, and often missed the marks with films like The Big Store and At the Circus.
Who's the Marx Brothers?
Right. All right, next.
I'll take comedy teams for 400.
John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd played musician brothers on Saturday Night Live and later in a film released in 1980 with their characters' names.
Who's the Blues Brothers?
The Blues Brothers, that is right. Category?
I'll take comedy teams for 500.
Comedy teams for 500. Good luck with you, Dave. This forgotten two-person comedy team's trademark was the funny man had a pair of painted-on glasses and the straight man had a toothbrush mustache. You want to use your last clue?
Who is Clark and McCullough?
That's correct. Not a lot of people know that team exists. They're very funny.
Box office bombs for 200.
The movie Meet Dave did not do a lot of business for this actor.
What was the question?
Meet Dave did not do a lot of business for this actor. Okay, Dave, do you want to try to guess it? Would you like to use your last clue, or do you want to give it to Brendan?
I'll pass it to him.
Okay, Brendan, let me repeat the question to you. Meet Dave did not do a lot of business for this actor.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is correct. Brendan, you pick the next one.
I'll take box office bombs for 300.
Will Ferrell's sidekick starred in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, which is a spoof on musician biopics. It was critically acclaimed, but it didn't do a lot of business at the box office. Who was the star?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly is correct. All right, Brendan, where would you like to go next? Question.
Box office bombs for 400.
This George Lucas film was one of the biggest bombs in history. It didn't quack anyone up.
I know this, but I don't. Can I get a multiple choice?
All right, so again, I'm going to give you 4 answers. One of them is the correct answer. Good luck. Is it Milk and Quackers, Quacking Up, Howard the Duck, or the Daffy Duck movie?